Welcome to Live, Breathe Yoga, a show dedicated to inspiring your practice and elevating your mind, body, and soul. Today on Case Study, we learn about chakras and how we can connect with them. Later in Strike a Pose, we break down sun salutations. Don't forget to stay tuned for Yoga Bites, where we share our recipe of the day. We have a great show in store for you, so stay connected for more Live, Breathe Yoga. Pranayama is a beautiful part of your yoga practice. It keeps you present and helps to expand your lungs, giving you more space to move deeper into your postures. The Sanskrit word shitali is from the root word sheet, which means cold. Furthermore, shital means that which is calm and soothing. In a comfortable seated position, take your hands to your knees in the mudra of your choice, either chin or jhana. Find length in your spine, close your eyes, and relax your body. Extend your tongue outside of your mouth as far as comfortable. Roll the sides of the tongue up to form a tube. Take a deep inhale through the tube all the way to the top of your lungs. Draw your tongue back in your mouth, seal your lips, and exhale through your nose. Observe the coldness that develops on the tongue and the roof on your mouth. Take a deep inhale through the tube all the way to the top of your lungs. Draw your tongue back in your mouth, seal your lips, and exhale through your nose. Observe the coldness that develops on the tongue and the roof of your mouth. Practice 9 rounds of this breath when you are starting out. 15 rounds can be practiced once comfortable. In cases of extremely hot weather, up to 60 rounds can be performed. The practice of cooling breath does just as it says, cools the body and the mind as it affects the brain centers associated with biological drives and temperature regulation. It also encourages the free flow of prana throughout the body. Contraindications for shitali. People suffering from low blood pressure or any respiratory disorder like asthma should not practice shitali. Generally, this pranayama should also not be practiced in winter or in cool climates. Hi everyone. The word chakra, or chakra as you may have heard it, is Sanskrit for the word wheel. Now there are 7 primary chakras in the body. There are actually secondary chakras located throughout the rest of the body, which are known as meridians in Eastern anatomy. They are all over the body and they intersect all at the heart. And we heard about this last week. All 108 energy channels intersect at the heart chakra. Now, moving through the chakras, we have at the very beginning the root chakra, which is located at the base of your tailbone. The color associated with your root chakra is the color red. The root chakra is, when it's balanced, you feel grounded and stable. When you connect with the chakra, the second chakra, it's your sacral chakra, and that's located in your lower abdomen. The color associated with your sacral chakra is orange, and at the sacral chakra, you're connecting with more of a creative and the vitality within yourself, as well as your sexual energy. Moving up your body to the solar plexus is the solar plexus chakra, and the color associated with the solar plexus chakra is the color yellow. In your solar plexus, your energy is geared towards your willpower. And then as you move up your body towards your heart chakra, and this is something that most people can connect with regularly, is of course your heart. To love, to feel self-love as well, and to have love for others. The color associated with your heart chakra is green. And then moving up to your throat chakra, your 5th chakra is based just at your throat, just as it sounds. The color associated here is the color blue. Now in your throat chakra, it's your energy channel that is geared towards expression. And then moving up even further to your 6th chakra is your 3rd eye chakra, and that's the area between your eyebrows. The color associated with the 3rd eye chakra is an indigo color, so that's kind of like a purplish blue color. The intention or the energy that you're connecting to in your 3rd eye chakra is intuition, looking within and seeing beyond even. And then moving up to your crown chakra, which is at the top of your head. Located at the crown of your head is the crown chakra, of course, and the color associated with the crown chakra is purple. With your crown chakra, its balance, you're able to energetically go beyond into your intuition, into the universal life force, and connect with that balance. Now, when all 7 chakras are clear and aligned, you feel steady and balanced in all aspects of your life. More often than not, what can happen is you might feel a little bit off. Sometimes what you can do is connect with your chakras, opening them up through meditation, and allowing yourself to connect either with the chakra that you need to draw awareness to, or maybe pull back from, so that you can give room for the other chakras to find a beautiful flowing energy through them. For those of you who have practiced clearing your chakras, you can almost feel it at the end of the practice, almost even that your spine has lengthened once you've opened up. It's a beautiful practice. In India, when I was studying yoga, there was a beautiful mantra that was taught by our yoga philosopher Upendra. It was basically all of the chakras sung in order, and as you connected with this meditation, and I'll teach you right now, you think of your Muladhara is your root chakra. That's Sanskrit for your root chakra. Muladhara, I'm singing it in my head. Muladhara. Swadhisthana is the sacral chakra. Manipur is your sacral. Manipur, Agya. Yeah. Adya is your heart chakra. And then moving up to your Vishuddhi, that's your throat chakra. Vishuddhi, yeah, this is your, I have to sing it in my head because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Then you move to your 3rd eye chakra, and then in the chant you speak to what is beyond, Sunyam, and then Sahasra. Sahasra is your crown chakra. So I'm going to share that with you. So if you like, you can close your eyes. Find it easy. You're probably sitting right now anyway, but close your eyes, listening to my voice. Connect with your breath, and then I'll sing the chant to you. Muladhara Swadhisthana Manipuranat Vishuddhi Agya Sunyam Sahasra Sahasra Sunyam Agya Vishuddhi Anahat Manipur Swadhisthana Muladhara. So you can imagine when a yoga philosopher from India is singing this chant while you're meditating, you can almost find this beautiful flowing energy starting from your root chakra all the way up to the top of your head, and then from the top of your head all the way back down to your root chakra, so you can connect with clarity through your energy channels. Coming up next, strike a pose. Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to a yoga practice and you enter a class, sometimes it can be a little bit daunting when you're hearing words that you're not familiar with, movements that you're not familiar with. Well, what we're going to do today in Strike a Pose is we're going to break down an element of a vinyasa class, the sun salutation. We have 3 demonstrators today, Kristy, Feng, and Lee, and we're gonna show you different modifications for your practice. Kristy is gonna show us the least intense movements. Feng is gonna show us more moderate movements through the sun salutation, and Lee is gonna show us the more intense modifications for the practice. Now, coming to your feet, we're gonna start with sun salutation A, with your toes together, heels slightly apart. Now, Kristy's gonna start with your feet a little bit hip width apart. That is an option for you as well. If you're moving into a practice, maybe you're feeling a little bit tight, maybe it feels more comfortable to have your heels underneath your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look to your thumbs. Exhale, come into a forward fold. As they come into the forward fold, we'll see the difference between the different variations of the forward fold. You'll notice between Kristy and Feng that they have their knees bent so that they can reach their hands down to the earth with ease. Lee, on the other hand, has a little bit more mobility in his hamstrings, so he's able to actually take his whole hand down to the earth. Again, moving at your own pace. From here, inhale to a flat back, and noticing again the different variations that you can connect with in this posture, either taking your hands to your knees with your knees bent, shining your heart forward. Feng has her hands on her shins, and of course Lee has a flat back, but again, with more mobility, he's able to keep his whole palm on the earth. From here, plant your hands down to the earth, step back or hop back into a high plank. Coming into your chaturanga, so there's different variations of the chaturanga. So right now, with Kristy, she's gonna keep her chin and chest to the earth, chin up, and then Feng actually has her knees down, and Lee here has his entire body in a plank position still with his elbows drawn in, using his triceps to keep him in this rather difficult posture, but he's doing a great job. So I'm gonna get them to continue. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Now, upward dog is the posture that you can connect with if you're still new to the practice and still getting familiar with your body and with your practice. And you'll notice Lee on the end there, he's able to actually come up into the full upward dog. His toes are pressing into the earth, his thighs are lifted off of the ground, whereas with Kristy and Feng, they're still allowing their thighs to rest against the earth. This is a cobra. On your exhale, come into your downward dog, whichever variation you're going to connect with. So Kristy's going to connect with the child's pose. The child's pose is a really great option if downward dog is uncomfortable for your back, or if your wrists are starting to feel painful. At least in a child's pose in your practice, you're still feeling that beautiful stretch along your spine. You're getting that stretch in your hamstrings, and also the stretch in the front of your shins. From here, Kristy's going to come up into a tabletop. And from here, you're going to step forward into the top of your mat. Notice already that Lee's got that movement a little bit more comfortable for him. He's able to lift his body and hop forward. Now inhale to a flat back, to your limit. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, arms all the way up, looking up at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then back into Samastitihi, hands at your sides. So downward dog, all of these postures, what I recommend if you're new to a yoga practice is continue to go, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to pick up the different terminology, the different movements. You'll start to find out whether or not the instructor that is cueing you, what they're trying to convey with the cues that they're giving. And that just takes time. So from here, we're going to move into Sun Salutation B. In Sun Salutation B, you're going to bend your knees, sweep your fingertips across the mat. Again, showing the different variations. Even though I have said bend your knees, sweep your fingertips across the mat, everybody's going to come into that posture at their own pace. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, coming into your variation of the chaturanga. Again, inhale, upward dog, and exhale into your variation of downward dog to start. And then Kristy's actually going to come up into her full downward dog. From here, you're going to take your right foot forward, arms up. Now, Kristy has taken a shorter stance. It's not necessary for you to take your foot all the way forward to the front of your mat if that's not in your practice as yet. You're going to be working towards that One of the other things you might notice in your yoga practice in a class is that maybe your instructor will go to one of the other students to guide them through their practice a little bit deeper. In that case, you're going to maintain the posture that you're in, because in that posture, you're still building and working on your own personal practice. And noticing the different variations that we have here. Again, Kristy has a bit of a shorter stance, Feng is coming into the posture a little bit deeper, and of course, Lee has the most intense variation. He's able to draw his shoulders down his back and draw his face up to the sky. Exhale, come into your fold, taking your hands down to the earth, stepping back into a high plank, moving into your variation of your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And now your instructor might not cue upward dog and cobra. This is something that you have to know about your body and that you will learn on your own and move at your own pace. On your exhale, come into your downward dog. Step your left foot forward. And again, arms up, rooting into all 3 points of your left foot, pressing on the outer edge of your right. And again, observing the different variations. A perfect practice is your practice. So just be patient and be able to connect with your full dem of each posture. Exhale, take your hands down to the earth. And lower chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. I say or cobra just because. Exhale, downward dog. And oftentimes when you're in your downward dog, sometimes you're going to be placed in a downward dog for a few breaths. Maybe the instructor counts, maybe they don't count you out. What you want to do is really observe your alignment, observe your breath. Press the pads of your fingers into the earth. Think of pressing the base of the index finger as well as your thumb into the earth as well. And what that does, it draws the awareness away from the wrist into the rest of your hand, so you're not feeling those sore wrists that you may have felt at your first practice, or if you're new to this, it's sometimes what happens. And gently from here, look to the top of your mat, bend your knees, step or hop forward between your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then come into chair pose, Utkatasana. And again, even in your chair pose, you'll see different varying heights of chair pose. Lee, again, is more intense. He's able to sit his hips back a little bit deeper. Feng is up a little bit higher. And of course, Kristy is another modification as well for yourself. Then exhale, come to stand. Samastitihi. Perfect. We're just going to gently come down to the mat. And so that's basically how you break down your sun salutations, Surya Namaskars, what they're called in Sanskrit. If you're ever unsure about what your sun salutation should look like for your own personal practice, don't be shy, speak to your instructor and they can guide you. I want to thank Lee, Feng, and Kristy for joining me today. Coming up next, Yoga Bites. Surya Namaskara, sun salutation. When you're in the mood for a snack that is both healthy and filling, try this. It's so simple and easy to prepare. You will not be disappointed. If you have a favorite recipe that you'd like to share with me, or maybe you'd like to learn a little bit more about something in yoga that you're uncertain about, feel free to share it with me on my Facebook page listed right here. We have more in store for you next week on Live Breathe Yoga. Thanks for watching. Namaste.